Okay, we've been studying about Solomon, and he did a lot of things. The building the temple and bringing a lot of prosperity to his country. Word about him would spread throughout the world. And the queen of the country the Bible calls Sheba came to see Solomon. Now, we're not really quite sure who she is. There's a lot of theories on who she was in history. I have my own theory that I think is probably right, but we don't really know even what country the Bible meant by saying Sheba. We're not real sure. But she came, and she was a very rich woman, brought lots of gifts to Solomon. And she watched how that in his court, his servants would come in precision to do the serving for the meals, and how fancy everything was. And she listened to him judging people. Now, one instance the Bible tells us of when he was judging, we don't know if it happened while Sheba, the Queen of Sheba, that wasn't her name, but the Queen of Sheba was there. But we know that at some point during his reign, 2 women came to him, and the first one, woman number 1, said, this woman and I share a house, and we both had babies within a few days of each other. And when I woke up one morning, the baby laying by me was dead. But when I got to looking at him, he wasn't my baby, it was her baby. She switched babies in the middle of the night. And the second woman said, well, no, that's not true. I didn't switch any babies. Her baby died. My baby's alive. So I get to keep the baby. And Solomon said, well, the answer to this is easy. He called a soldier in and he said, okay, soldier, cut the baby in half and give half to each woman. The woman who was the real mother said, don't kill the baby. Give her to, I'd rather he lived. Give her to the other woman. Because I don't want my baby to die. But the other woman didn't object to the baby being killed. And so Solomon said, okay, give it to the woman who doesn't want the baby killed. She's the real mother. And that was kind of an odd way to find out who the real mother was, but it worked. Because that was the woman who loved the baby that much. Because it was really her son. So the Queen of Sheba saw Solomon's wisdom. And we have Solomon's wisdom in the book of Proverbs in the Bible. And some of the Psalms were written by Solomon. And the book of Ecclesiastes and the book of Song of Solomon were written by Solomon. And so we have a lot of his wisdom available to us. And it's well worth the time when you're old enough, you can read that part of the Bible well enough. It's worth it to read it. There's a lot of good stuff in there that you can use to govern your life by, and you can have a good life. Because Solomon's wisdom came from God. Remember last week he asked for wisdom, and God gave it to him? Well, Solomon shared it with us, the wisdom God gave us. Okay? Oh, and he lived long and prospered and died. So next week we go on to the next king. Okay, let's sing this up. Okay? God